ओम वक्रतुंडमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवां मनसगोचरम्
अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवां मनसगोचरम्
आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये
आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
एवं भूतस्वस्वरूप चैतन्य साक्षात्कार पर्यन्तम्
एवं भूत स्वस्वरूप चैतन्य साक्षात्कार पर्यन्तम्
श्रवण मनन निदिध्यासन समाधि अनुष्ठानस्य
श्रवण मनन
निदिध्यासन समाधि अनुष्ठानस्य
अपेक्षितत्वात् ते अपि प्रदर्श्यन्ते श्रवणं नाम षड्विधलिङ्गैः अशेष वेदान्तानां
अशेषवेदान्तानां
अशेषवेदान्तानाम्
अद्वितीयवस्तुनि तात्पर्य अवधारणम्
अद्वितीयवस्तुनि
वस्तुनि
तात्पर्य
तात्पर्य
अवधारणम्
अवधारणम्
लिंगानि तु
लिङ्गानि
लिङ्ग
तु
उपक्रम उपक्रम संहारा उपक्रम उपसंहार अभ्यास अपूर्वता फल अर्थवाद उपपत्ति आख्यानि
उपक्रम
उपक्रम
उपसंहार
उपसंहार
व्यास
अभ्यास अपूर्वता
अपूर्वता
फलार्थ
फल अर्थ अवध
फल
अर्थवाद
अर्थ
अर्थवाद उपपत्ति आख्यानि
आख्यानि
उपक्रमोपसंहाराभ्यासापूर्वता फलार्थवाद उपपत्ति अलचंदी difficult to read but तदुक्तम्
तदुक्तम्
उपक्रमोपसंहार अभ्यासोपूर्वथा फलम्
उपक्रमोपसंहार
उपक्रमोपसंहारभ्यासोपूर्वता
व्यासोपूर्वता
फलम्
फलम्
अर्थवादोपपत्ति च लिङ्गम् तात्पर्यनिर्णये
अर्थवादोपपत्ति च लिङ्गं
लिङ्गं
तात्पर्यनिर्णये
तात्पर्यनिर्णये
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य अर्थस्य
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य अर्थस्य
अर्थस्य
तदाद्यन्तयोः
तदाद्यन्तयोः
उपपादनम् उपक्रमोपसंहारौ
उपपादनम्
उपपादनोपक्रमोपसंहारौ
उपक्रमोपसंहारौ
यथा
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 छान्दोग्ये षष्ठाध्याये
छान्दोग्ये
छान्दोग्ये
षष्ठाध्याये
षष्ठाध्याये
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
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 अद्वितीयवस्तुनः
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 एकमेव अद्वितीयम् इति आदौ
एकमेव
एकमेव
अद्वितीयम् इति
अद्वितीयम् इति
आदौ
आदौ
एतद् आत्म्यम् इदं सर्वम् इति अन्ते च
एतत्
एतत्
आत्म्यम् इदं सर्वम् इत्यन्ते
अन्ते च
अन्ते च
प्रतिपादनम्
प्रतिपादनम्
प्रकरणस्य आदौ एकमेव द्वितीयम् प्रकरणस्य अन्ते ऐतदात्म्यम् इति उपक्रम उपसंहारौ आद्यन्तयोः उपपादनम् प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य उपपादनम् आद्यन्तयोः उपक्रम उपसंहारौ we have seen the first linga, the second linga. प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
वस्तुनः
वस्तुनः
तन्मध्ये पौनःपुन्येन प्रतिपादनम् अभ्यासः
तन्मध्ये पौनःपुन्येन प्रतिपादनमभ्यासः
यथा
यथा
तत्रैव अद्वितीयवस्तुनि
तत्रैव द्वितीयवस्तुनि
मध्ये
मध्ये
तत् त्वम् असि इति
तत्त्वमसि इति
नवकृत्वः प्रतिपादनम्
नवकृत्वः प्रतिपादनम्
प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य विषयस्य वस्तुनः मध्ये in between आद्यन्तयोः प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य उपपादनम् उपक्रमोपसंहारो मध्ये पुनः पुनः प्रतिपादनम् अभ्यासः इति उदाहरणम् अद्वितीयवस्तुनि यथा छान्दोग्ये तत् त्वमसि इति नवकृत्वः नववारं मध्ये उपपादनम् आदौ एकमेव अद्वितीयम् इति अन्ते ऐतदात्म्यम् इति मध्ये महावाक्यं नववारम् उक्तमस्ति अतः अभ्यासः अभ्यासः पुनः पुन्येन प्रतिपादनम् presenting again and again, that is abhyasah. Up to this we have seen 186 Now 187. From here we have to see. Prakarana pratipadyasya
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
advitiya vastunah
अद्वितीयवस्तुनः
अद्वितीयवस्तुनः
pramanantara avishayikaranam
प्रमाणान्तर
प्रमाणान्तर
अभिषयीकरणम्
Avishayikaranam, not Vishayikaranam, Pramanantara Avishayikaranam, not objectified, not available for any other means of knowledge. Apurvata,
अपूर्वता
Yatha,
यथा
Tatraiva,
अत्रैव
Advitiya Vastunaha,
अद्वितीयवस्तुनः
Manantara Avishayikaranam,
मानान्तर अविषयीकरणम्
Upaskarma Upasamharo Kau Drishtavantaha, Abhyasakaha Paunappunyena Pratipadanam Abhyasaha Tadapi Drishtam Atra Tritiya Lingam Asti Apurvata Pramanantara Avishayikaranam Iti Apurvatayaha Paribhasha Pramanantara Avishayikaranam Anadhikata Abhadita Arthavat Jnana Janakam Pramanam, not covered by Anadhikata. It's not Pramanantara Avishayikaranam, not Vishayikaranam, not available for any other means of knowledge, not being the object of knowledge of any other means. What? Advitiya Vastu Brahma, except the Shastra. Pramanantara, Anya Pramana, Pramanantara, Mayura Vemsakadi, Tatpurusha Samasa, Anya Pramanam, Anya Pramanaihi, Avishayikaranam, Vishayikaratum na Shakyate. That is why Upanishad, Vedantu Nama, Upanishad Pramanam. Upanishad enjoys the status of being a Pramanam because what the Upanishad reveals is not available for any other means of knowledge. So that is Apurvata. Apurvata is Pramanantara. This is with regard to every Pramana. With regard to Upanishad, what the Upanishad reveals is not available for other means of knowledge. Similarly, what the other Pramana reveals, it is not available for Upanishad. It is not a subject matter of Upanishad. It should not be covered by other Pramana. Even let it be Upanishad. Even let it be the Vachanam of Ishvara. Not covered. Then only it gets the status of Pramana. For example, Anumana. If Anumana is Vanumana, Parvataha Vaniman, Dubhavatvat, Anumana Pramana. If that can be known through Upanishad, then Anumana is not a Pramana. So Apurvata. Similarly, among the Pratyaksha also, eyes perceives forms and colors. Apurvata of the eyes. Ears perceives sound. Apurvata of the Shravanendriya. If ears also can do the perception of colors and form, then it will lose its Apurvata. It is not a Pramanam at all. Two organs, sense organs, meant for same thing. It's a problem. Therefore, it is very clearly defined. The sensation of touch by skin, the perception of color and form by eyes, perception of sound by ears, smell by nose, it's all rightly, clearly defined. There is no contradiction, Apurvata. Then only it is a Pramanam. What a Pramanam reveals cannot be known by any other means. Then only the Pramanam, it's a Pramana and Pramanam can be operated. You can call a Praman thing as a Pramanam only when what it presents is not obtained by, not covered by, Anadhikata, not Anadhikata Abhadita, not dismissed by. Other Pramanam should not dismiss also. Need not approve, need not validate also by any other means of knowledge. Should not disprove. Need not validate also. Swatah pramanam. Shastra is swatah pramanam. What will happen if apurvata is not there? A thing can be known by two or more praman, then there will be confusion. So here the subject matter of the Upanishad is Brahma. How can it be known? Can it be known through any other means of knowledge? Any other means of knowledge other than Upanishad? Not possible. That is the apurvata. That is the apurvata of the teaching, the uniqueness. The uniqueness that the eyes enjoy with regard to color and forms, ears with regard to sound, etc. Similarly, the Upanishad enjoys. Apurvata of the Upanishads lies in the subject matter, what it reveals that Brahma and Jiva. Not only it is about the Upanishad, in fact, the entire Veda, Karmakanda also. Performing so and so karma, you get the result, so and so result. What pramanam, what any other pramanam, what pramanam can reveal that? Only Upanishad. Putra kameshti yajna, performing that karma. The couple will be endowed with children. Putra. How do we verify by other pramana? What we offer into the Homakunda is only material, some material oblations, and it is converted into Bhasma only. Agni consumes, only smoke goes. How the process happens, how do we know? We cannot verify not by Prataksha, not by Anumana, or by Anupalabdhi, nor Arthapatti. No pramana can reveal how it happens. So that's Apurvata. Therefore, Apurvata not only with regard to the Veda Anta, it's regarding to the entire Veda. Entire Veda is a pramana. So therefore, each pramanam is very clearly defined. It is unique. Each pramanam is unique. What it reveals cannot be revealed by any other means of knowledge. Need not be supported by other means of knowledge also. The pramana doesn't require support. So that is the definition. If that is so, Vedanta, Upanishad, Pramanam. Vedanto Nama, Upanishad, Pramana. In the beginning itself, the author has said, Vedanto Nama, the knowledge of Brahma cannot be obtained by any other means of knowledge other than the teaching of the Upanishads. Suppose if sense organs can perceive, can sense what the Upanishad teaches, then Upanishad ceases to be a Pramanam. So therefore, Brahma is not available for your eyes. Yatadadresham agragam agotram avarnam chakshushrotram dadapanipadam ashabdam asparsham arupam abhyayam iti. It is ashabdam, asparsham, arupam, narupa. So therefore, Upanishad, Pramanam iti. And Upanishad reveals, settled Vedanta, Brahma, Pratipadanam, Jiva Brahma Ikyam. And Veda Purva also reveals Dharma. Dharma meaning Punya. Apaurusheya Pramanam. The entire Veda, Karmakanda, Upasana, as well as Veda Anta, Apaurusheya. Therefore, Apaurusheya is doesn't come under the scope of the human intellect. Purusheya. Other pramanas are available for the human beings. This pramana, it's outside of it. So therefore, with regard to things which the human mind, the human beings have no means, there comes the Upanishad. There comes the Veda. So dharma, atato dharma jignasa. It is Veda Purva. Atato dharma jignasa, Veda Anta. Dharma, though we translate dharma into dharma, the word has many meanings. We translate here, it is in sense of punya. Dharma can mean harmony, dharma is order, dharma is duty, dharma is responsibility, dharma is charity. Dharma is that which sustains a thing. So many meanings are given to the word dharma. Even dharma means karma. So, but here we say here dharma means punya. So punya is ever, it is ever paroksha, nitya paroksha only. You cannot objectify punya. You can never see papa, either papa nor punya, both. But you can infer. But Shastram, or the Shastram is a pramana. Shastram says, therefore, not be dismissed. An inference is possible because of your experience of some pleasant, favorable situation. Without your will, without your endeavor, without your attempt, you enjoy. It means some punya you have done, not by chance, but it's only a supportive. It doesn't, Anumana only supports, but Upanishad reveals, talks about proper punya. And our Anumana can support it. Anumana cannot establish. Similarly, Papam also. Unpleasant situation. So that it means it accounts for something, some Papa, some karma, Dushta karma, Durita karma manifesting. So, therefore, and though we can infer, but Shastra confirms. So, and also dharma, if you take it as something what it should be done or what should be done, what should not be done with regard to do's and don'ts. Upanishad is a pramana, Shastra is a pramana, Veda is a pramana. So dharma also is not within the scope of the human mind, like Brahma. Therefore, the entire Veda is a pramana. Brahma is nitya aparoksha, it is you. Dharma is nitya paroksha. You can never objectify dharma. You cannot objectify punya and papa. Nitya paroksha, like Swargaloka. Swargaloka is nitya paroksha. Always it is. Paroksha. Paroksha is paraha. Akshaha, paraha, parokshaha. You cannot objectify it. Brahma need not be objectified because it is you. Therefore, nitya aparoksha. Swarga is ever remote. Similarly, dharma is also ever remote. Paroksha. They are not available for your perception. Suppose Swargaloka you perceive, you go, but you will not come back to report it. Or even if you come back, we won't be able to recognize it. So therefore it is Nitya Paroksha. So therefore, whether it is Nitya Paroksha, with regard to Nitya Paroksha Brahma or Nitya Paroksha Dharma, Shastra Vedas are the Pramanam. So, and with regard to Brahma, what could, knowing Brahma, what could be the Pramanam? None of the sense organs, nor other Pramanam. Only the sense organs can objectify only Anatma. In fact, the sense organ can objectify only the properties of a thing, Anatma. So other organs or other Pramanams also, based on the sense perception, can build upon that. But what about Atma? What about Brahma? It can be known only through Shastram. Therefore, Pramanantara Avishikaranam, the definition. Advitiya Vastunaha. Advitiya Vastunaha, that is the teaching of the Shastram. Advitiya Vastu Brahma. Brahma Pratipadyasya, Pratipadanam Pratipadya Karmani. Pratipadya, Pad plus Nyat Pratyaya. Kritya Pratyaya, Pratipadya, referring to that which is revealed. Pratipadyasya, as what is the Pratipada? Advitiya Vastunaha. Pramanantara, Anya Pramanena, Pramanaiki, Abhishekaranam, that is Apurvata. Iti Abhishekaranam Apurvata. Yatha, one example, Drishtanta, illustration is given. Yatha Advitya Vastunaha Manantara, as in that Tatraiva, in that very section itself, Putra Chandogya. Again the same. Shishya and the Guru. Uddalaka, Guruhu, Shvetaketu, the Shishya. Shvetaketu also his son. So there comes a teaching. When Shvetaketu wants to know the truth, then the father teaches. The father, the Guru, Uddalaka, asked him to bring a phalam, a fruit from the banyan tree. The boy brings the phalam. Father asked him to break it, Brinnam. So the son breaks it. Then father asks, what do you see in the fruit? What do you see in it? He sees seed. You break the seed. Breaking the seed, what do you see? The father asks. He says some grains which are atomic grains, small grains. So his seed having a rough covering. Inside there are some atomic grains. Nothing else is there. So the father says, yes, Soumya. Similarly, this subtleness, this grain which is sukshma, from that only the huge banyan tree has come. Similarly, from the Sat, Brahma alone, this entire Jagat consisting of this Dhammarupa is born. So breaking the seed, there is nothing, then we should not conclude it is Shunya. That is not the idea. If it is small atomic grains, which cannot be further broken, it's of mind because it is so small. But the grains from that, this seed as a hard layer protects that atomic grains. But it is sukshma compared to the tree. The seed is sukshma compared to the seed. The atomic grains is sukshma. From the sukshma, the banyan tree has come. Similarly, from the sukshma vastu, Brahma, Sat, from that alone, this entire Jagat has come. That is the teaching. The Uddalaka, the Guru says, as you don't, because you don't see the cause in the seed, therefore you cannot conclude the cause is not there. The cause that is in the seed is a cause in which the minuscule atomic grains are there. You don't see anything else. Therefore, you cannot conclude there is nothing. If there is nothing, then how can mango seed produce mango tree, coconut trees produce coconut trees? Therefore, there are there, but it is very subtle. It is very atomic. Therefore, because you don't see, therefore you cannot say it is nothing that it is there. Otherwise, you cannot differentiate the trees. So many different types of trees are there. Similarly, as you cannot conclude because you don't see the atomic, the difference in the atomic grains of various trees. Similarly, you cannot conclude that there is no Brahma because you don't see it. Sukshmat, anoraniyan, magato magiyan. No other means of knowledge. You cannot see with your eyes. Eyes also. See, the eyes we see, if it is of atomic size, we cannot see. The eyes loses its capacity to see. If something is very small, you cannot see it. It's beyond the perception of eyes. Something is very big, that is also beyond the perception of eyes. Similarly, with regard to sound also, when the decibel level goes down below a certain level, you cannot hear. When it exceeds certain level, then also you cannot hear. So extremes look same. Extreme conditions look same. Therefore, we cannot conclude they are same. They are not same. Similarly, here also, we must apply, we must exercise an appropriate means of knowledge to know that Brahma, because it cannot be known through any other means of knowledge available to us. Not by Paurushe Pramana, only through Shastra, Purushe Pramana, Neva Veritavyam. That is why Vedas are the Pramanam. Iti That is easy. So then, okay, Vedas, the Upanishads are the Pramanam. The Vedas, Veda Purva Pramanam for Dharma, Veda Anta for Pramanam for Brahma. Then we can read the Shastras on our own. No. That also, Shastra says no. Acharyavan Purushaha Veda. Only one who has a teacher, he only can really know it. Because it is not, it is just not to make the teacher indispensable just like that. It is to, because the knowledge is such, just to be unfolded, just to be revealed the particular way, certain way, as it is done in the Sampradaya. Therefore, only the necessity of the Guru, Acharyavan Purushaha Veda. After knowing the Guru is not required. The difference that Guru Shishya also goes away. Because everything is Advitya Brahma. So, therefore, for the sadhaka, for the student to see the truth, to appreciate the truth, he must be necessarily guided by a teacher who is Shrotriya Brahmanishta. Though the knowledge is in the form of the manuscripts or in the form of books or whatever PDF, but still it is apurvata because it has to be handled by the teacher. In the Vrihadaranyaka Upanishad, there's a dialogue that the student says, he asks you to teach that Upanishadam Purusham. It means Upanishada Ekagamya. That can be obtained only through the Upanishad, not any other means. So that shows that it is Upanishadam. It is only knowable through Upanishad. So therefore, through any other means, any other pramana cannot be known. That is the apurvata. So then, therefore, Upanishad enjoys apurvata. Apurvata, as much the knowledge that it reveals, is not obtainable by any other means. Advitiya vastu, apurvam. Advitiya vastu, apurvam. And there is, Upanishad has the apurvata. Apurvam brahma, apurvata Upanishada eva pratipaditam. In fact, Brahma is always there. It is ever shining. It is not an object. Then what does the Upanishad do? It removes the ajnana. Ajnana navrittaye. Because that Brahma is you. Therefore, it is not that it is completely unknown. It is bhane api abhanam, the language of Panchadashikara. Then what does the Upanishad do? It removes ignorance in the form of the abhimana, sharira, manasangata, upadhi abhimana. That abhimana denies the knowledge of oneself. So that ajnana nivrittihi eva, removing the clouds, the sun shines. Similarly here, removing the ajnana, Brahma, it was shining, it will shine, continue to shine. You recognize it. That I am that. Like the 10th man. 10th man, yes, he thought the 10th man is missing. Finally discovers I am the 10th man. In the beginning he was a 10th man, in the middle also, and the end also he was a 10th man. Then what made him realize the words of the teacher? You are that, what you are looking for. So ajnana nivrittihi. So ajnana nivrittihi is removal of ajnanam is his job, but the words of the teacher does, the Upanishad does. It doesn't reveal Brahma. Brahma cannot be revealed because it is not a Vishaya. It is not a Vishaya, it is not an object. It is not an object like the sense organs reveals an object in that sense. But it is the subject matter. It is what the Upanishad reveals. In that sense, it is the object, but it is not an object like what a sense organ reveals. So therefore, this is Apurvata. Purvata, which is the one of the linga, which is as well included in the very definition of the pramanam. Anadigata bhadita. That's the apurvatam, apurvatvam. Here the Vedantasara Upanishad, Tikakara says that's what here the translator has given. I ask you to teach me about that being who started the Upanishad alone. Upanishadam Brahma. It means it's available, it is obtainable only through Upanishad. It's Advitya Vastu Brahma. Therefore, Upanishadam Brahma. Upanishada Ekagamyam. Upanishad Ekagamyam Upanishadam. Then comes the next linga, which is Phalam. Phalam is result. Let us read. Phalam tu
Phalam tu
Prakarana Pratipadyasya
Prakarana
प्रकरण
Pratipadyasya
प्रतिपाद्यस्य
Atmajnanasya
Atmajnanasya
Tadanushtanasya va
Tadanushtanasya
ज्ञानस्य
va
वा
Tatra Tatra Shuyamanam Prayojanam
Tatra Tatra Shruyamana
श्रूयमाणं
Prayojanam
प्रयोजनं
Yatha
Yatha
यथा
Tatra Acharyavan Purushaha Veda
Tatra
तत्र
Acharyavan
आचार्यवान्
Purushaha
पुरुषः
Veda
वेद
Tasya Tavadeva Chiram
Tasya
तस्य
Tavadeva Chiram
तावदेव चिरम्
Yavat Na Vimokshye
Yavat na
यावत् न
vimokshe
विमोक्ष्ये
Atha Sampatsye
Atha
अथ
Sampatye
सम्पत्स्ये
Iti Advitiya Vastu Jnanasya
Iti
इति
Advitiya Vastu
अद्वितीयवस्तुज्ञानस्य
Jnanasya
Tat Praptihi
Tat Praptihi
प्राप्तिः
Prayojanam Shruyate
Prayojanam
प्रयोजनं
Shruyate
श्रूयते
Prakarana Pratipadyasya Atmajnanasya Tadanushtanasya va Tatra Tatra Shuyamanam Prayojanam Phalam. So, Phalam is Prayojanam. Phalam is result, purpose, utility, Prayojanam. Again, it is the Pramanam definition itself. It is Anagata Abhadita, Arthavat Jnana Jastam, Arthavat Jnana Janakam. There should be some result. Any knowledge must have a purpose. Then only then only it deserves to be known. But knowledge doesn't have any purpose. Prayojanam Vishana Bandhu api pravartate. So nobody will waste time and effort if knowledge really doesn't have any prayojanam. Purposeless knowledge. In fact, there is nothing like that. So if a person engages in some study out of self-interest, that is a purpose. Self-interest wants to probe. So as the human being, always we engage in something which is purposeful. So which is gives some prayojanam. This is how the human mind functions. The human mind is utilitarian mind. So we study, read something, seeking some kind of prayojanam from these studies. And here when the Upanishad teaches you Advitiya Vastu Brahma, there must be some benefit in knowing it. Otherwise, why should we study? Brahma Yasti, so what? Brahma Asti, so what? So what does it matter to me? So that is not. The study of the Upanishad has benefit. What is the benefit? The gain of the knowledge of the self, Atma Jnanasya. Not only in gaining the knowledge, but in Anushtanam, the very pursuit of this knowledge. Gaining the knowledge of the self and Anushtanam also. Knowing Atma and Anushtanam, practicing what is the benefit, you become free. Mokshaha, Siddhyati. The knowledge of the self and Tada Anushtanam also. Knowing and Anushtanam also. The very Anushtanam is the pursuing the knowledge. So the knowledge of the Atma, the self, Atmajnanasya, Anushtanasya. So, therefore, by Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, by Shravanam, the first the sadhanam, which is backed up by Mananam and Nididhyasanam. By this, the knowledge of the self, Atma, is gained. So, the Anushtanasya, by my followed by Mananam and Nididhyasanam, then when there is greater clarity that Aham Atma Brahma Iti, then Vimokshati becomes free, is released from the samsara, the so-called bondage. Till that time we are bound, or the person as the Abhimana is bound. Now, having understood that the Swarupa of him, of oneself is Atma, which is Jagat Karanam Brahma, is free. That is, therefore, the pursuit of knowledge, knowing the Atma and the pursuit of knowledge, Anushtanam, as Prayojanam, as Sadhanam, it has the end to be achieved. The end is Jiva Aikya, Jivatma Paramatma, Aikyam, Aikya Jnanam, Jnana Praptya Mokshaha, that it's no more coming back, so the person becomes free. Therefore, the purpose of this pursuit, or knowledge and the pursuit is freedom, Mokshaha. That is the Prayojanam. So, yata tatra kutra, the same thing, the same Upanishad, Chandogye. It is said, Acharyavan Purushaha Veda, the one who has a teacher, he comes to know the truth. One who has a teacher knows. Acharyavan, Acharyavat, Acharyaha, Asya Asti iti Acharyavan. Matu Pratyaya then becomes Matu. The one who has a teacher, he will know. The one who has a teacher alone will know. And Chandogya Upanishad, Tatra. Acharyavan Purushaha Veda, Tasya Tavadeva Chiram Yavatana Vimokshiyata Sampatsye. The Chandogya Upanishad, there is a story. It is the Upanishad brings out this point in a beautiful manner. It talks about a man who was kidnapped by some robbers. That man was kidnapped. He was blindfolded. His hands and legs were tied, and he was just abandoned in a forest. So now the man, blindfolded, not able to see, therefore he gropes and goes in the dark. He was completely lost in the mid-forest. His mouth is open, screaming for help, but nobody is there. Surprisingly, that time, a traveler happens to pass by. Having heard the man scream for help, he comes to help. He removes his blindfold and also loosens the bondage, the rope. Now, the traveler asks this person, "From where do you come?" The person says, I am from the country called Gandhara. I was kidnapped by thieves and I was left here. I don't know how to go back. Then the traveler guides him, shows him the direction. This is how we have to go. This is a path which takes you to Gandhara. You keep walking on the way, you will meet people as them. For that, then it will take you to Gandhara. So who was that person kidnapped? It is Jivaha. Jiva was kidnapped by what? By all the Vishayas, it was kidnapped and put in this mid-forest samsara. Then the traveler comes. Who is a traveler? Is a teacher who removes the blindfold, the cloth covering your eyes, ajnana, and makes you free. The deep forest is samsara, and the traveler is the teacher who comes, and you who are blindfolded by your own ignorance, groping in the dark, he removes that. And this person screaming for help. That is Tadvitti Pradipatena Pariprashtena Sevaya. In fact, it asks for the support, which asks for the teaching. It's screaming for help. The traveler being a compassionate person, the teacher. Therefore, because of the punya done in so many janmas. Luckily, in the mid forest, the person has got a teacher. The deep samsara, the person has got a teacher, acharya. Therefore, he comes and removes the blindfold of this person, makes him free and guides him in the right direction, shows this is how you have to go. So, therefore, the teacher, acharyavan, now the purusha, acharyavan purusha, this person, he knows. The teacher has told the truth. Now he knows how to go, how to walk through this deep forest and reach the other side. So now this person, the person who was kidnapped, who was left in the mid forest, can he make himself free? Not possible. Similarly, a person cannot undertake the self-study and then achieve the goal. That is why teacher is required. Acharyavan Purushaha Veda. A person who has a teacher must know. There is no choice. The teacher guides. The teacher doesn't carry and leave the person. Here, the traveler doesn't carry the person and takes him to Gandhara. He just shows the direction. Then the student walks. Having the teacher told the means. The means is knowledge of oneself. That is the means. Then one has to follow, pursue the Jnana Marga. So that Jnana Marga, reaching the goal by Punah Shravanam, that it's a matter of time. It takes time. It depends on the person's karma or whatever it is, the preparedness. But Acharya is required. Therefore, Acharyavan Purushaha Veda iti Tatra Uktamasti. Therefore, Acharyavan Purusha, that is the context there in Chandogya. Acharyavan Purushaha, the man who was a teacher, knows the truth. Now, having known, then Tavat Chiram Yavatana Mokshaye, he has to wait till he is not released. After that, Sampatsye, he becomes free, becomes one with Brahma. Now, the Upanishad says the person has to wait till he is delivered from this body and become one with Brahma. That is, the knowledge is gained. Now, how long it will take for me to get liberated? Knowledge itself is liberation. Jnanam eva mokshaha. Because of prarabdha, the shariram will continue. Having gained the knowledge, if the person is a prepared person, adhikari, that is moksha. He becomes free. That moment itself, he becomes free, having gained knowledge. But what will happen to his sharira, upadhi? That will continue because prarabdha is there. Because of prarabdha, the sharira will continue. The person is now a jnani, having gained the knowledge from the teacher. So therefore, a person continues to live and experience whatever the situations will bring him because of his prarabdha. Whatever prarabdha in store for him, that will come. But he will enjoy freedom. So therefore, his prarabdha also and freedom also, both will coexist in the person. Prarabdha will bring in sukha and dukkha, will bring in vyadi, will bring in all the experiences. At the same time, enjoys freedom. But when everything will stop, will go away, when that is still prarabdha exhaust, the sharira, patanam, that person has to wait. After that, there is no more coming back. Ata sampatsya, the person becomes one with Brahma. There is no punaragamanam, videka mukti, that is. So, jivan mukti, the moment he gains knowledge and has clarity, he is free. Acharyavan Purusha Veda, once he knows Veda, once he understands the truth, he becomes free. Who becomes free? Yaha Veda Saha Muktaha Bhavati. And he is Acharyavan, therefore Muktaha Bhavati, becomes free. But he has to continue. Even upon gaining knowledge, he has to continue. He is enlightened person, but he has to continue because Prarabdha will exist. The momentum already created. Therefore, as long as the Prarabdha is there, it will continue. Thank God, because that because of this, now he is a jnani, therefore he becomes the conduit for giving this knowledge to the deserved seekers. So therefore the person continues, and the benefit of gaining this knowledge, prayojanam, that is the topic here. It is vimoksha, vimokshe. So the benefit, य-अवध na vimokshe, तावत् sampatsye. Vimokshe, vimokshanam is the prayojanam. Ata vimokshe. Vimoksha is mukti, liberation. Here it is called sampati. Sampati means become one with Brahma. Becoming one with Brahma. So therefore, benefit of gaining this knowledge is moksha, vimoksha. Ata sampatsye, becoming one with Brahma. Ata vimokshe, ata sampatsye. Mandaka Upanishad also says, Brahma Veda, Brahma Iva Bhavati. The one who comes to know Brahma becomes Brahma. Becomes Brahma. One who comes to know Brahma becomes free and becomes Brahma. And becomes one with Brahma, and the Shariram is dropped. He is limitless and becomes limitless. There is no becoming limitless. He cannot become limited. Limited cannot become limitless. He has to be limitless to be limitless. A limitless only can be limitless. A limited cannot become limitless. And limitless cannot also become limited. Therefore, there is no possibility that Atma can become Parichinna or Anatma can become free from Parichinnattva. So that is what recognizing the limitlessness. So Brahma with Brahma Veda, Brahma Iva Bhavati. Recognizing oneself to be Brahma is free. Not he becomes Brahma. There is not becoming. Because Brahma is the very nature of the knower. It is Jnatuhu Swarupam. Therefore, how can be that one becomes Brahma? It is the very nature of the knower. Like the 10th man. That's the right illustration. 10th man. The 10th man, upon knowing the 10th man, what happens to him? He's 10th man. In the beginning, he was a 10th man, in fact, in the beginning. He doesn't know he is a 10th man. The teacher comes and tells, you are the one who, what you are seeking. So he becomes a 10th man, we say. He doesn't become 10th man. In fact, he was a 10th man all the way. Teacher just comes and shows, you are the one whom you are looking for. Similarly, here also. So recognizing I am the 10th man, recognizing I am Brahma. And therefore, the result is becoming free. That is a prayojanam. And in the Chandogya Upanishad, it says, Dharati Shokam Atmavitu. Prayojanam. Samsara is Shokamaya. So Atmavit, Atmagyaha, Tarati Shokam, crosses the ocean of Samsara. Shoka, why is there Shoka? Dukkha. Because I am not happy with oneself. I have the abhimana, I have the feeling of being insignificant, being not happy. That most of the time it is dukkhi. So I am not acceptable to myself, non-acceptance, self-non-acceptance. So that goes away. That is a cause for one's shoka. So therefore that goes away. Tarati, it crosses this shokam. Tarati shokam atmavit. There is no other way of taranam. There is no other way of crossing this dukkha. Only way of, because dukkha will continue as long as this abhimana with the shariramana sangata is which are parichanam, there will be dissatisfaction. Continuous dissatisfaction, continuous unhappiness, continuous this self abnegation, rejection, self-denial will be the self-acceptance that will come only when the person understands the nature of the self, oneself. Knowing that, the moment he knows, he crosses the ocean of this grief, an expression which the Upanishad says, Tarati, the samsara sagaram, Tarati. Again in the Chandogya, there is a dialogue between Narada and Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara, the teacher, Narada is the disciple. Narada says, I have studied so many things, but I know but I'm not the knower of the Atma. It has been heard. But it has been heard that a knower of self, Atma with a shokam tarati, but Aham dukkhi. Soham Bhagavo Shochami Tamma Bhagavan Chokshya Param Taraya Vititi Taho Vacha Yadvai Kinchit. Iti in the Chandogya there is a statement 713. So that the Narada has, please take me beyond the sorrow. Please take me beyond sorrow. So then for that, Bharat Kumara says, ask what is that? Because Narada is well informed, studied so many things, but still is afflicted with sorrow. Father Sanat Kumara says, what is that you want to know? He says, there's not, he knows everything. There's nothing, Aparavidya doesn't want to get any Aparavidya because he knows everything. Sogam Bhagavaga Shochami, despite being so much learned, but Shochami, I'm grieving. And he says, and he has got some Apadata Jnanam. I have heard from sages like you, Atmavita Shokam Tarati, please teach me that, so that I can cross this ocean of samsara. So that is the palam. So the palam is samsara taranam, tarana vidya. The vidya is called tarana vidya. Therefore, the palam, the result of knowledge is moksha, release from samsara. Release from samsara, or one becoming one with Brahma. Both are same. One with Brahma is not physical merging. It is knowing that aham purnaha iti. Brahma is purnam, aham also purnam. Therefore, there is no Veda, Abeda Darshanam. So therefore the sense of smallness goes away by knowing this fact, knowing the truth. So that is a prayojanam. So therefore Upanishad palam is moksha, moksha in the form of knowledge, knowing that aham Brahma asmi, knowing that I am free, become free from samsara. There cannot be any more klesha of dukkham, samsara in me. Tat praptihi prayojanam shuyate advitiya jnanas vastu jnanasya tat praptihi advitiya vastu jnanam tat praptihi, the knowledge and tat praptihi, for that anushtanam, and that is at the end of that is the result moksha, that is the prayojanam. So knowing and following the pursuit, and the end of the pursuit is freedom, tat praptihi advitiya vastu praptihi, the prapti in the form of only knowing. Therefore that is the prayojanam. It is shruyate, it is heard. Prayojanam shruyate. The next linga is artavadaha. Artavadaha. Artavadaha is prashamsa, glorification. Glorify. To create interest in the minds of the readers, the seekers. Therefore, Upanishad praises the teaching, praises its shishya also, praises its sampradaya. Upanishad praises the teacher in the tradition, as we saw in the Mandaka, Brahmadevanam Pratasambhuva, the glorification of the teacher. And Yamadamaraja, he glorifies the student. All the glorifications. So Artavada, to create interest in the mind of the seekers, to pursue, to take up this as the pursuit. So therefore Artavada is done. That is one of the linga. Let us read this. Rakarana Pratipadyasya
Karanapatipadyasya
Tatra Tatra Prashamsanam Artavadaha
तत्र तत्र
प्रशंसनम्
प्रशंसनम् अर्थवादः
Yatha
यथा
यथा
Tatraiva
त्रैव
Traiva Utha
उत
Utatam Adesham
ततम्
ततमादेशम्
Aprakshyah
अप्राक्ष्यः
Yena Ashutam Shutam Bhavati
येन
येन
अश्रुतं
अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
Amatam Matam
मतं
मतं
Avijñatam Vijñatam Iti
अभिज्ञातं
अभिज्ञातं
विज्ञातम्
विज्ञातम् इति
Advitiya Vastu Prashamsanam.
अद्वितीयवस्तु
अद्वितीयवस्तु प्रशंसनम्
प्रशंसनम्.
Again, Tatra, it is same Chandogya. Rakarana Pratipadyasya Tatra Tatra Prashantanam praising Arthavada. So Arthavada is praising the subject matter of the text. Tatra Tatra means in different places, whenever the occasion comes, otherwise. So Arthavada. So Arthavada can be done in two ways. Either praising that what one wants to convey, or you can praise indirectly. How? By Ninda, by doing Ninda of the opposite. By Ninda of the opposite, that is also praising. Adharma is criticized, which means dharma to be followed. Dharma is praised, indirect. So similarly here also Upanishad praises the Advitiya Brahma Vastu and condemns those who do not have this knowledge. So Jnanam is praised, Ajnanam is condemned. Ajnanam is condemned, therefore Ajnanis are condemned. Ajnanis are condemned or Ajnanam is condemned. Anyway, you can take. The idea is to motivate the sadhaka. So therefore Arthavada motivates. That is why the glorification, the result also is shown. The result is so huge, which is unimaginable and which is unachievable by any other means, any other Purushartha. So therefore, Arthavada motivates. If motivated, the person may, that this continuous motivation. In the beginning it's required and it is required all the way. So every time the person has to be motivated. Otherwise there will be some lethargy, some will be some dejection. So the person having not gained the phalam, so may seek, why should I pursue this? I don't know when moksha will come, liberation will come. It is not. That is why the motivation. All the time it is utsaha in the language of Gita. Utsaha, the sattva pradhana purusha, one of the important characteristics of sattva pradhana purusha is utsaha. It will be always enthusiastic. Never gives up. Never gives up what he has undertaken. And Subhashitam also we saw that the person who takes up one certain action, he will not give up. He will not give up till he attains success. Three types of people. One type of person is, he will take up the action, but if he gets any difficulty, he will drop it. This is called adama. And mediocre is, he will work, but in always he will be, he will have the feeling of dejection. So for that also he will, therefore, in midway, halfway he will leave it. Prarabhyate na kalu vigna bhayena nichaihi. The Subhashitam says, nichaihi vigna bhayena na prarabhyate. There are three types of people, Nicha, Madhya, and Uttama. So the people who are Nichaihi, out of fear, they will not take up any undertakings. Out of fear, I may fail, therefore they will not take up. Prarabhya vigna vigataha viramanti madhyaha. When confronted by obstacles, they have taken up. Some people will take up, but when confronted by obstacles, they will give up. Vigna vigataha. But there are other people, there are people like, like Nachiketa. Vignehi punas punarapi pratyanyamana. Even when they are repeatedly bombarded with obstacles. Prarabhya cha uttama janaha na parityajanti. The nicha janaha, madhya janaha, madhyama, and uttama janaha na parityajanti. Never they give up. Uttama janaha. So, for a sadhaka, a shrotriya, that who is in the process of shravana, is all shrotriya. You should have this. You should have this, the self-motivation. Self-motivation and Upanishad also motivates. Therefore, Upanishad motivates how? By praising. By praising the teaching and by praising the student also. So here the Arthavada is given. Tatra is Chandogya. There as we saw before, the Shvetaketu who returned from the Gurukula, he was a bit arrogant, thinking that he knows everything. Then father, having observed this, he asks, have you learned everything? Then father asks, did you uta tamadesham aprakshya madhyama purusha? Did you ask the teacher what? Yena, by which ashutam shutam bhavati, amatam matam bhavati, vijnatam ajnatam vijnatam bhavati. Did you ask the teacher of that? What is that? That by knowing which unknown becomes known, unheard becomes unheard, unthought becomes amatam, matam bhavati, unthought becomes thought of, unknown becomes known. Then the student says, Shvetaketu. The Shvetaketu is then he says, oh father, you must be knowing, please teach me. See, the father says you must be knowing this. Then the student feels shame, ashamed, and says, no, I don't know this. So he calms down. The moment he is told this knowledge is available, something, knowing which everything is known, like the Shaunaka has, the Angiras, Kasmina Bahu Vignate, Sarvamidam Vignatam Bhavati, the same language only. Ashutam Shutam Bhavati, Amatam Bhavati. Then the father has the Shvetaketu, his son, he must be knowing this. Then the Shvetaketu, he understood that he has not learned everything because he has not heard this teaching, because he didn't ask for. So then he asked his father, please teach me. So why it is said it is Arthavada, to praise the teaching, knowing which everything is known. Tasminna Bhagava Vignate Sarvamidam Vignatam Bhavati. Because we have a desire to know everything. We don't accept ignorance. We are reluctant to accept our ignorance. Even if we don't know, we never say we don't know. We know yes, because not saying I don't know some, we feel small. So we don't want to be an unknowledgeable person with regard to everything. There are people who say talks about everything, though they don't know. So we don't want to be small. It refers to any area. Some knowledge at least we feel like to have. But here the Upanishad says, knowing which everything is known. So everything is known means there will be great satisfaction. The knowledge, therefore knowledge brings happiness. Knowledge brings that self-satisfaction, ananda. That is what we are seeking. So happiness, that what we are seeking is same as that of the knowledge. Therefore, Arthavada, Upanishad says, knowing which everything is known. The Upanishad praises the knowledge, and it's a fact also, because everything is Brahma, knowing which everything is known. So therefore the Partavada are done to motivate the person to pursue. And here we will see in Vedas, this method is employed. Even in Karma Kanda also, to make the person perform rituals rigorously. Nitya Naimittika Karma. So that the person continues to perform what is to be done. Otherwise, the person becomes lazy. When he is not doing what he's supposed to do, he will be doing what he's not supposed to be doing. So what he's not supposed to do, that he will do. So therefore, Veda always encourages a person, do this, do that. It's better to engage in some action, not doing anything. Therefore, that's why we have a lot of duties, obligatory duties, nitya karma, nimitta karma, and the benefits are also specified. The idea is to motivate, the enthuse, so that if the person keeps doing, he will gain the eligibility to pursue jnanam later. Or if the person is already in the pursuit of jnanam, motivate him so that he gains the end. So therefore, arthavada, prashamsa. Prashamsa is done. Prashamsa either of the teaching or of the sampradaya, the teacher, or even sometimes the students also, ultimately to enthuse them. So this is arthavada. Then next comes the last one, upapatti, that is reasoning, yuktihi. That we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. Dhanyavadaha.
ధన్యవాదాలు గురుజీ.
Wish you all happy Deepavali.
ధన్యవాదాలు థ్యాంక్ యూ
ధన్యవాదాలు
జీ థ్యాంక్ యూ విష్ యూ హ్యాపీ దీపావళి
ధన్యవాదాలు జీ. హ్యాపీ దివాలి. హ్యాపీ దివాలి టు ఆల్.
టు ఆల్ యా థ్యాంక్ యూ
Yeah, to
సేమ్
all.
టు యూ